I don't see a lack of effort. I don't see guys dogging it. Like you see Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh just, I'm F it. I'm going to stand out here and I'm not going to move. I don't see guys dogging it or, just giving no effort whatsoever. You see the pick six that Miami had the other night. The kid from the Jets, 767's just jogging, had an angle on the guy, didn't even attempt to make a tackle. I don't see any lack of effort from the team. I just see lack of talent.
How about mental effort? How about Mike Gesicki or Juju Smith-Schuster on
Mike
offense?
Gesicki should not play again.
Okay. So there are
individuals.
That is some sort of mental effort that is not being given, whether it be in game or leading up to the game during the week of preparation.
Yeah,
because
Mike Gesicki's a problem.
If you're in your 11th game of the year and you don't know where to be on the field and you're not running the right routes and you're getting chewed out by your position coach the way Juju Smith-Schuster got chewed out by Troy Brown yesterday, well, there's some lack of effort there. It may not be physical effort that's lacking, but there might be mental effort that I think is not really there with this team right now.
Yeah, you see, like you throw Pharaoh Brown in the game, and after the whistle, he's blocking downfield 12 yards. Like, give me that effing guy every day.
Mm-hmm.
And he will catch anything you throw around him. Like, he's a big target. He's one of the bigger guys on the team. I'm like, how do you not play this guy more? Oh, because we got Mike Gesicki. Okay, yeah, we got to get him in the game. Those days are over. I think now Pharaoh Brown plays. After yesterday, Pharaoh Brown plays. And we got on Mac pretty good yesterday for rightly so reasons. But it ain't on him. I got on Gesicki after that. There was one he dogged in the left flat, and I'm like, you're not giving him an effing chance. This is why he's in the position he's in, meaning Mac. Because I don't trust the line. I don't trust my receivers. They can't get open. And now I even have my own issues. So now it's like a collection of things where I don't think it's fixable right now. And I think he needs to sit. And I think Bailey Zappi should play the rest of the year. Because you're at a point now where you pulled your starting quarterback 4 of 11 games. He has been sat 39% of those games. That is dysfunctional.
36% of the time, Mac gets benched.
Okay, and it's not fair. And I've lived it. Hey, believe me, I was there in 92, 93 when these year comparisons start coming. When you're 2-9, and it sucks.
That is the last time
you're
this
the
team was
backup.
2-9.
And they're the backup, and you don't want to go in a game under certain circumstances. Like, oh, now you're throwing me in, ice cold, end of the fourth, pick up the pieces. Oh, great. Like I said, and I stand by it. Give him a week of practice. Now you're starting to find out that the reps weren't split so much last week down the middle. Because Bill went on his interview today and said, no, Matt got most of the reps last week. I didn't really do I have to say he's starting. Everybody knows. They knew last week before we got on the bus to go down. Did they? Hunter Henry said they didn't find out till right before the game. Now, I think this is also, too, the players' understanding. Bill says he's going to make the decision, and until he verbally says it, we can't comment on it. So we're going to pretend that we don't know either. And I respect the people that cover this team. All the beat writers are really good at what they do. I think we're in a different market where sports matter, and they do a good job at it. They were fed bad information.
Bill Belichick said this morning when asked about it, when asked specifically about Hunter Henry not knowing who was going to start until Sunday, which is what Hunter Henry said after the game. He said, Mac took a lot of the reps in practice. It wasn't a big surprise. It feels like...
That's Bill.
That's Bill.
Yeah.
It feels like some of his players found it to be a little bit of a surprise based on how they spoke about it after the game. Is Hunter Henry lying?
Hunter Henry,
he didn't know?
Is he one of the captains?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have captain meetings, right, every week with the head coach?
Yeah.
That'd be one of the things you would talk about, right? Like,
I mean, he also said, Bill, in his radio interview this morning, said Mac got the majority of the reps, but Zappi got plenty of reps this week.
Okay, so the big thing from
Isn't
last
that
week
a confirmation that he split up the reps? It was not Mac just taking all the one.
No, it wasn't. But it was said, it was. I think even Phil had it, and Andrew Callahan, or even Jeff Howe, that it was 50-50 down the middle. But Mac led every group. See, I was told by somebody on Saturday morning that, and I was kind of like, okay, what's going on here? What do you mean who's starting? Mac's starting.
Phil Perry.
He got most of the reps in practice. He went first in every group. Like, I looked at me like I had 3 heads.
Phil reported it first.
Like, oh.
Andrew Callahan then followed up with another report confirming, this goes back a couple of days, can confirm Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi split all the starting reps in practice this week, as Phil Perry reported.
That's bad info. I'm not bad report, bad info. Give them to them. Because that's not the case, because Bill just confirmed what went down. last week.
I feel like
We're the idiots.
Bill did not deny that Bailey Zappi was getting first-team reps.
No, he got more reps. Okay, so you throw him, 7 more reps in a practice. You only have 40 reps in a practice. So he's not getting 20. So instead of 2, he probably got 7. Ooh, groundbreaking. That'll get him ready to play. Regardless of what happened last week in practice, they're the junk.
I got a
right
question.
Now. They're not good at the position.
Why is Bill Belichick playing games over the reps in practice and with the media when you are 2-8 going into yesterday?
I don't think he's playing with the team.
Why is that a thing?
The team knew.
Did they? Hunter Henry says he didn't know.
Hunter Henry said he found out Sunday morning.
I think Hunter Henry's telling you something that.
Oh, so he's lying. They're making it up.
Okay, but
I think they're
for
afraid
what?
to say something because then Bill's going to hear it. Like,
right. Why should you be afraid to say when you found out who was quarterbacking your team on Sunday?
It works here.
Did you see the answers and the fumbling around when everybody was asked about it? When Matt was asked about it, Bailey was asked about it, Hunter Henry was asked about it, David Andrews. No, everyone's afraid to say, and they're like, I don't know. It's like I can't say that, and that is the most annoying part of all this. Yeah. The mind games going on.
You're there. You're mind game central.
That really worked, though. Did you see it yesterday? Oh, he didn't tell the media anything, and then he lost to the Giants.
And by the way,
and now you're 2-9, Bill. This is really helping matters. It's really great that you're doing this.
Whoever got the reps, whoever got the most reps, not enough reps. But so what? I hate to be apathetic about it, but it doesn't matter. Mac's been getting the lion's share, all but 2-3 reps every practice, and that didn't work. So they cut him back and gave Zappi more. That doesn't work either.
It matters.
Now maybe Zappi will get
it builds to this week. I think
it does matter.
If Zappi gets all but 2 reps going forward, then it'll matter. It doesn't matter with Mac.
Well,
it did not
no,
Mac's
I agree.
Performance.
But it mattered yesterday because if this plan was going in, hey, Mac's got a short leash, which, by the way, I don't even think it was that short. But if it were to be that way, why wouldn't you just get Bailey Zappi ready to play? Why don't you give him more reps in practice? The guy hasn't been playing. So if you're going to use him, why don't you give him as much time as possible and sit Mac down and have Bailey Zappi better prepared to play? You've got to do that.
He knows that.
And the time to do it was last week.
Bill's a smart guy. He knows that. And I think that comes this week because I go back to 2001 when he talked about Tom and Drew. And he sat there and said, I was not fair to Tom. We split the reps that week. And Tom was just not ready to go. And I knew to be fair to Tom, if we're going to decide to go with him, which I did, he got to all the reps just after the Rams game. And he said he bounced back in Tom fashion like he always does.
This has become a dysfunctional team. And no one seems to be more dysfunctional right now than their head coach. That's what's going on. The head coach is supposed to rein in the dysfunction. The head coach is supposed to keep things right there on the tracks. And instead, at 2-8, now 2-9, playing games with reps and who the starting quarterback will be and having it be a giant secret. What is the point of all this stupidity? And then putting your players in uncomfortable spots and having them have to deal with the distraction all week with all the questions about who the starting quarterback will be. And then they're afraid to answer honestly after the game, I guess, because Hunter Henry's afraid to say anything.
I knew this last week, and I said this to you guys. And I'm like, you can't go into a game and have your offensive coordinator not have a clue at this level. At the NFL level, where there's only 32 teams in the world and what they do.
Hardy.
Go into a week to prepare. Like, we're not sure who the guy who touches the ball every play and has an effect on it because you handle the ball every play on offense. You can't go into any week and prepare to play a team. We're divided. You know what? We're going to make an announcement. We don't know until Sunday who's playing. They knew.
We've been making Titanic references to this team for weeks now. This would be, this past week, already into the iceberg, but deciding to throw it in reverse and then slam right back into it for the hell of it.
Right full runner.
Right?
Iceberg, you wanker.
You know? That's what it is.
What was wanker?
Smell ice.
I smell ice, you wanker. You know
Throw more coal on the fire. We're going to hit it a second time because why not?
You're starting to smell ice this time.
We're already sinking. Let's make it worse. Let's see if we can go down quicker.
I think the lights are starting to flicker. I think things are going to go bad. You talk about guys being afraid to say stuff and like, oh, I don't know if I should.
They're petrified to talk, I think.
Okay. At what point do they stop being afraid? What am I afraid of this guy for? Of not playing? That sounds like a gift.
Let's
to not have to go out there with this team and be embarrassed week after week after week. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. How do you not be embarrassed? You're humiliated being a part of this team.
How'd the kicker look yesterday, by the way? 4th round pick. How do you look? Was that a good? Wasn't a good kick? No. Oh,
Not good.
And you feel
that was the cherry on top.
I like the kick.
2 chip shots in 2 weeks.
how badly do you feel for guys like David Andrews who has to get up there and talk every week?
Oh, my
or
God.
Hunter
I saw
Henry.
him come in. I saw him come in fifth quarter, and I'm like, oh, poor David.
Hunter Henry. It's like he didn't do anything wrong yesterday. He didn't do anything. As Perillo said yesterday, hard to target a tight end when all you do is throw screens. So he didn't have any targets yesterday.
How does that
Not
guy?
a target. And Henry's got to get up there and answer for this team. So at what point does a guy like Hunter Henry or David Andrews stop being afraid of speaking out of turn? What's the worst that's going to happen to me?
Bad news for Chad Ryland. He's not an NFL kicker, and he's probably not going to be playing in the NFL like beyond this year. He can't do it. Doesn't have it. Some guys can't do it at this level. They don't have the
some
nerve.
rookies get it. Some rookies get it. It's in the head. It's in the head of the quarterback right now. It's in the head of your kicker.
He misses 1/3 of his kicks.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
Sounds like that's
How's Nick Folk doing?
Nick Folk, 22 of 23 so far this year. His only miss came from beyond 50 yards.
He did miss that one.
And 17 of 17 on extra points, while Chad Ryland is 12 of 18 on field goals this year. That's bad. Very bad. Most guys don't survive that.
Oh, the punter kicked the hell out of it yesterday.
Yeah, he had some good ones.
No, he did.